Hello, this is Pixie doing another video. So I've made myself about 5 litres of a type of snake juice. I might show a picture of it later on this video. But it's got a mixture. It's got some ormus in it, which was made using a combination of, I think I had some Celtic salts in it, but majority of it is Epsom. That's been divided, so chemically it's different. So it looks milky, the water. And I also added nutmeg. What else I had? Turmeric. Got a little bit of things like that in it. Some gold in it, colloidal gold. Red and blue sort of substances I made. I'm thinking about putting a bit of sugar in it. I only think sugar has like a polysaccharide type sugar. Sugars you'd find in trees and plants, and it can feed your immune system. But I don't know what it would do. One thing, I don't think it would spike any adrenaline, not that I'm aware of. But it's probably more like maple syrup type thing or something like that. I'll have to do a bit of research. Bloody hell, some silly arseholes on my tail. Yeah, you got to slow down, mate. You'll be inside that fucking van. Christ. Yeah, you can go forward now. That's it. Wow. Driving there is bonkers sometimes in Reading. I'm looking thinner, and also I noticed my belt's loosening up, which sometimes is a sign of weight loss is coming, which sounds a bit odd. It doesn't always have a set pattern, it changes. This car in front of me, it's just got to give some space to the person. It's so impatient. He's going to end up, he wants to overtake. He's going to end up, he is overtaking now. He'll end up in his arse, that's what he'll end up. Anyway. Dangerous drivers. So yeah, so that's loosening up. It could be because it's a different type of belt, I don't have to wear much. I have marked it though. I've created a new belt hole for the buckle bit to go through. So the clip to go through, because it was too loose in the first place, and now it seems to be loosening up again, which is good. So using that as a model, it could be that. See, people have natural biorhythms, so there's a good time. I need to know the actual date as well. This would be quite interesting. Imagine if men and women had both had these hormonal monthly cycles. That there wasn't the male one would be slightly different. We'd have to experiment to find that one out. So if you can lose weight at a particular time in a month, more than you can the other, that sounds like a kind of a sympathy thing or something. I've just suddenly developed it because I thought of it, that sort of thing. So it has a kind of placebo effect or something. But yeah, I mean, quite possibly there's hormone cycles that hit at certain times. I'll have to have a look at that. It really means for a few months, an accurate study of myself. Weight changes, weight loss, do they occur? I mean, if the eating habits are fairly standard, and I hit a sort of plateau with the weight loss, and I've seen other people, they've just been having pure snake juice, and they're not losing weight, or they start becoming sick because their body's doing something hormonally that they don't understand, and it's trying to tell them, stop giving me fucking salt water, or whatever the body's saying. You know, stop doing it. It wants food. Look, I'm trying to flipping regenerate muscle, or do this or do that, or is there something wrong in the body? It's trying to fix it. So it's right to sort of kick up a fuss. Or these levels are too high, so I need to get rid of them. So if somebody's been sick, or they've got diarrhea or something like that, their body is expelling stuff. So if they're puking up, then they need to start listening to their body. I was watching some bloke, and he was doing this stuff, and he does his routines as well. But it's kind of like general exercise, what I see him do. He does stuff like the exercise bike. He just wants to be active for so many hours, or an hour or so. But what I think he should be doing is hitting a high level intensity, and then dropping into a bit of a low. and then just having kind of like almost therapeutic exercise is what we can call it. So hit a high, and then just like if you went swimming, enjoy yourself, because you've exercised these large muscle groups. If you hit them hard, or you've done other ones, and you've got the mTOR going, then being active and relaxed isn't going to cause big problems. Probably when you go to rest and then you stop moving, your body wants to go into a bit more of a rest state and repair and recovery. And there's other ways around that. You can just have a cold bath, that'll sort you out. I mean, some people do a hot bath and a cold bath. But a hot bath is equivalent to doing that light exercise. It just get your heart rate up, blood pressure up. Any damaged tissue, it won't be good for you. If you've ripped tissue, you don't want to have a hot bath, because it will increase inflammation, which probably would shut down additional injury. But it also means it's swelling the wounds or damage. So it probably prevent you from using that arm if it could do, or whatever muscle group you've been fiddling around with, basically. So a cold one might be, because it'll shrink it all back in. Shrink, relax, and then they let the inflammation at a more lower level. Probably better to have inflammation over a longer period of time than sort of a massive, rapid inflammation. During the recovery phase, probably true. It's like bruises. I mean, a hot bath might bring them out, but it might bring it out more than it would have normally. So best to let it bruise up. And then the recovery stage, you want to increase the recovery stage. That's probably more important. So for me, I want to set myself some challenges. I was thinking about it, I should have like the fasting cup or something, or these different things like. I think the Iceman did something like that. He walked across the desert without any water, I think, or something like that. So he might have dry fasted, I don't know. To double check that. Or you could do a water fast, do a hike, water fast, and just clock the mileage basically. And that would be more set of challenges. That's what we really want. Another thought I had earlier was like if you've like a fasting challenge, you lost a load of weight. If you had like these sand vests, you have these vests with weights on them, and then what you could do is put your body weight back on and see what you like exercising with that on. So if you lost 2 stone, put like 2 stones worth of weight back on you. Well, have a backpack, just fill it up with some stuff. Really interesting. Got a train. So it might be someone's girlfriend. It's because of Islamic culture. The woman follows the man from behind, I think, and that's what this woman's doing. She's following behind. It just in Western culture looks a bit weird because it lacks equality. You know, how are you going to talk to someone behind about stuff? You have to wait till you get home and say, right, well, you sit there and I'll sit here and we can talk now. It's a bit odd. But it's, I don't know, just the way they are, I guess, their culture. It just needs to evolve. Like all things need to evolve. And also tap into their past. Like fasting is like the spiritual way. I've always thought that about, you know, if someone's listening to this video and they're thinking about blowing themselves up or doing some sort of terrorist thing, I'd say bloody fast. Clear your head. Don't get yourself pure. Is that really what God wants? His own creation to kill another creation. Is that really what God wants? It's not for any man to act like that, really. And it's definitely an act of self-destruction. It doesn't make any sense. You're not all this investment in your life just to use it as a weapon. It doesn't really make sense. Anyway, let's go completely off the subject. So yeah, I'm planning probably to do a 3-day water fast with snake juice, and maybe longer depending on how it all goes. And then maybe set some other challenges, like this standing post exercise. Try to do them, or meditate. I mean, how long can I meditate for? So meditation is very much an internal challenge. But it could be that I focus on 3 main areas. My mind, my third eye, I look to focus there, and other areas of the brain. Other, what's considered chakra points, I look on a thing, energy point to the body. Just focus purely on one area until you can sense it, until you can feel your concentration there, your energy. And then same for heart meridians, work around there. And then the stomach as well. And also what's in the liver. The liver's going to be a place you can hold a lot of anger. That's where your power comes from. So it's just a purification, but it might take an hour or so. You know, I've done it fasting. Maybe I'll do that and do some other things. Like cold bath challenge, just stay in a cold bath for an hour. I usually in there for half an hour and it's usually fine, I just get bored being in it. Yeah, all these things would be quite good. Because that's what it is really, you need to raise the bar. There's no point, I mean some people, you know, like walking's a great exercise as well, but why not try a day where you just increase that amount? Why not double it? Or like I say, why don't you have a pack that sort of weighs you down a bit. Now, if you've got issues obviously with your joints and something, that's not what you want to do. A bit like me, one of my joints started clicking ages ago, I damaged some cartilage or did something. I've had no medical checks on it, I'm just aware that it's a little vulnerable, the cartilage. It functions okay, and I don't have any pain, but it could lead to some form of injury if I don't look after it. So I don't tend to walk long distances, but I might do if I lose a lot of weight. Then the aim is to increase the distance and measure the effect. As long as it's not clicking, you know, I've got a kind of marker. Injuries also can act as markers, so you know how good it is. And then you kind of do a check. Can I move around better on it? Does it feel better? I'm more comfortable walking. It's a bit like an issue with my boots, and it affected my toe, and I started walking a bit of a limp. But it's easing up now. But it's just because the toes, the tendons in it, so it's not a toe obviously, but the tendons in it was like further back here. So it's just uncomfortable. I wasn't putting all my pressure on it as I walk. If you walk, use the pads of your foot. And it wasn't doing it correctly, so that's a pain. So, is anything else? Yeah, well, I'll try out my snake juice. So it's got salts. It's got some Atlantic salt in it. And it claims to be low salt, but more flavour, and that worries me because it sounds like it's been processed. I mean, it's meant to be come off the Atlantic Sea, but I don't know if that's true or not. I did try to make some almonds with it. It did have it didn't make any because it had it's got certain low minerals, but it's still salt in there. So I just have to. It's a different form. I don't know what it's lacking. Maybe something like Celtic salt or something like that. Anyway, this is Pigsy signing off from this video. Have a great day, and I will speak to you soon.